Hello Scorpio, so I'm doing your weekly tarot for June the 4th to July the 1st. I'm going to take a look at what is going on in your situation. We'll find out why it's happening. We're looking at anything going on in your blind spot, figuring out what it is that's working for you at this time, and of course we're seeing how it is likely going to play out. So Scorpio, you've got one of your own cards that's coming out here, and it's the Butterfly Spirit with Transformation. Okay, and it's combined with the Spirit Guardian of Summer and Expansion. Okay, listen, with this combination, Scorpio, if you have felt like something's been stuck, right? Let's just imagine you've been working on something for a long time and you're not seeing any kind of growth with that. Or again, this could be about your own personal development. Then it's indicating that something is about to start taking off at great speed. Okay, it's this expansion one for me, and I'm glad that you got this one that came out with the transformation, because it slightly changes the meaning of this message here, right? So with this transformation, if you really look at the card, there's like a, I don't know, what would you call that? Like a clam with the pearl. Now the pearl is a symbol of your own skills and talents. That's something that you're really, really good at, but you might have been kept hidden. Okay, like a hidden skill, a hidden talent, and then you utilizing that, you bringing it out into the light first, you utilizing that, and then expanding on it, growing on it. Okay, there's a message here, obviously about harvest and how you're reaping some sort of rewards. It's likely that you're being acknowledged or recognized as well for the work that you have been doing. Okay, so let's take a deeper dive into that message and we'll see if we can get any specifics for you. Can you tell us more about this transformation and expansion for Scorpio? What's going on? So what is transforming first for Scorpio? Oh, Judgment. That's another one of your cards, Scorpio. You are transforming, or you are changing up the situation, whatever that might be, to work in your favor, right? That's also listening to your higher self as well, releasing any negative judgments that you might have about yourself. And then the Eight of Wands, there's that quick energy that I mentioned earlier, something taking off at great speed. So tell us more about this expansion. Okay, that's scattered energy. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords scattered. Something's not quite right with that. What's going on with this Ace of Swords? Why is it coming out as scattered energy for Scorpio? What's going on with the Ace of Swords? Okay, the Five of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Right. This is in regards to a situation that I feel someone else was trying to control. It's tied into this expansion because that's the message that we were asking about. Your own personal growth and expansion seems to be creating a bit of issues here with this Five of Wands. I am seeing either an argument or a disagreement. I don't think that it's peaceful. Five of Swords reversed. Okay. And the Emperor, yeah. Again, I'm not really getting a good feeling with that Emperor. What's going on with the Emperor? Yeah, I thought that. That's why you've got to feel out the energy. Okay, I said I wasn't getting a good feeling with that Emperor, and then you get the Seven of Swords that comes out with it. It's clarification, right? Now here's the deal. Something's not quite right with that. We've already said it. Ace of Swords, communication, truth, revelation, a breakthrough. Whenever that one comes out off balance, someone is playing manipulative games, right? It's that energy there. The Five of Wands with the Eight of Cups. It's saying that you don't have to get involved with that, Scorpio. You can walk away from an argumentative person, and it is a person, with your head held high. They're also saying that someone's trying to put you in a position where you feel like you have to justify yourself. You got Judgment twice. And in actual fact, you don't need to justify anything at all, right? This is saying you don't owe excuses or explanations. Just take the action, walk away from it, and be done with it, right? Then you got that Five of Swords in the reversed position. This is a trap. Whoever this person is, and I'm going to ask in a minute, they're trying to lead you into a trap, and the trap is to get into an argument with them. You don't have to play that game, right? Now, in the past, that might well have worked on you. This energy is saying, because of all of the work that you have done on yourself, on your own growth, on your own transformation, you're going to be wise to that game. Like, you've seen it before. You've been dragged into situations exactly like that before. You're not going to get dragged into it ever again. This person's trying to drag you into it. Now, as soon as I saw that Emperor, I was like, nah, something's up with this. This doesn't feel right to me. So we clarified it further, and you got the Seven of Swords. Now, as you know, the Seven of Swords, in that context, is the Beware card. Lies, trickery, deceit, sabotage, backstabbing, theft, okay? Somebody is potentially trying to scam you, trick you, steal something from you here. Now, in some contexts, the Seven of Swords can be very, very good. It's one of those weird cards where it can be super, super good or super, super bad, depending on the context. When it comes out in a good context, it's saying, you know, that there are better ways to do things here, right? And yeah, there absolutely are better ways to do things here. That's not what's under debate, though. What is being discussed is this individual is up to no good. So we need to find out more about who they are, what's going on, okay? I need to give you as much information as possible. And then you've got Judgment that came out with it as well. This combination, whoever this person is, Scorpio, they assume that they have got you over a battle. They assume that you have to do what they say, or that you have to do whatever this is that they're trying to lead you into doing, right? And the truth is, you don't have to do any of those things at all. And I'm seeing that you're not going to, because again, you know who you are, right? This is a very different Scorpio that they are trying to trick or trying to take down than the Scorpio that you were, say, 6 weeks ago or 6 months ago, maybe even 6 years ago, right? I don't know why the number 6 is relevant. I haven't a clue. There could be something to that as well. So just keep an open mind, right? There's some sort of trick that's going on. And the fucked up thing, Scorpio, it's not even clever. It's not even smart. Ace of Swords off balance, Five of Swords reversed with a Seven of Swords in the upright. Someone is assuming that you're not going to see it coming. And quite honestly, they are assuming wrong. Okay? They assume that they hold all of the cards in this game that they're playing, and in actual fact, they've got nothing. Okay? This is also indicating, again, sticking with the cards analogy, they're playing all of their cards too soon. That leaves you, Scorpio, with the upper hand. Okay? Let's find out more about this one. Now, yes, you could be dealing with an Aries. This person might be an Aries. It's very possible. You've also got heavy Aquarius energy here. You've got heavy Scorpio energy. Although I feel that that heavy Scorpio energy is coming out because you're very much present and aware of everything that's going on this week. Okay, but it is also possible that this person could be another Scorpio. I'm not going to take anything off the table. Okay, you have to use your own discernment. So you got Aries and Aquarius, oh gosh, Leo, and potentially Pisces as well. Yeah. So let's ask anyway. We'll find out more about who is this individual, because they're certainly trying to present themselves as being an individual who is in control or who is in charge, or they're trying to present themselves as if they are the authority here. Okay. Honestly, Scorpio, you can see the cards for yourself. They're full of shit, right? Now, the fact is, if they tried this with anyone else, it might well have worked, right? But they're going head to head with a Scorpio who, with this transformation and expansion, they're not dealing with, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. It's not ascended. It's something else. No, my words have failed me, Scorpio. Basically, they're not dealing with someone who's stupid. They're not dealing with someone who's naive, okay? They're dealing with you. You can see it coming. Like, literally. You're not stupid at all. You can see it coming. You know the game. You know the game because there's a lot of history, there's a lot of wisdom, there's a lot of lived experience, okay? And that lived experience that you already have under your belt has contributed to your self-expansion and your transformation, right? They're overplaying their hand. Who is this person? Queen of Wands and a King of Swords. Okay. I actually feel like it's multiple people. It's multiple people who have given orders to or have instructed this person to act on their behalf. Okay. This pairing, this couple, have not been truthful. Right? They have not been truthful at all. They have deliberately missed out the most important details when they were instructing this individual to come at you on their behalf, right? Like this is dark. Whatever the hell is going on here. Now, obviously, I don't know if this is going on within your professional life or within your personal life. If it's going on within a social circle, like your neighbors, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if these people are related to you. What I can tell you is the chances are quite high that this couple are actually together, like together, and it's a mismatch. It's not a good couple at all. A very volatile couple, okay, with this Queen of Wands, King of Swords. And it feels like the masculine of this couple, note I never said man, masculine of this couple is spearheading the lies, the slander, the gossip, the maliciousness. Okay, it's the masculine that's spearheading it. The feminine, one of the two, is just kind of going along with it. Okay. bullies, basically. And the thing is, with people like that, when they're not having a go at each other, they try and drag other people into their business, so that they will always have someone to attack. They will always have someone to have a go at, right? That's their personalities. Now, I say that it's a mismatch. Actually, they're quite well suited to each other, right? When you look at it that way. Now, I used to say, you know what? As long as people like that, volatile people, stick with other volatile people, then at least they're leaving everyone else alone. Not true. Not true at all. Okay. And this is evidence of that. All right. Like I said, when they're not having a go at each other, they are actively trying to drag other people into the situation so that they will always have someone to have a go at. And I feel like this couple is a major part of the issues that you're going to be facing this week, Scorpio. Major issues. Yeah. Okay, can you tell us more about this situation, with this Emperor energy that's going on? High Priestess. That says that you could see it coming. And now you're getting the High Priestess out again. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, okay? Everyone's got intuition, right? Major difference is those who listen to their intuition and those who do not, right? You're listening loud and clear, and you've been listening for a while. Three of Cups, okay? So because you can see this coming a mile off, you're dodging it. Right? There's a high possibility also with that combination that you're going to be getting other people involved who you know are going to have your back, right? So you're not dealing with this on your own, okay? It's not one of those situations where you just have to put up and shut up. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's literally, you knew that these individuals were going to cause trouble. You knew it. You've probably been telling that to people here for a while, okay? You can see it coming. You've read the playbook. You've read it. Front and back, the covers, and then back again. You've been here before. Major difference now is, again, if you look at these cards, Judgment and the Eight of Wands, you're getting ahead of the problem before it becomes a real issue. That's the major difference this time round, right? Because you can see it coming, you're putting something in place here, and I'm not going to dig into it just in case someone's watching these readings with nefarious intent. You're putting something in place here that gets way ahead of the curve to stop these people from trying to take advantage in some way. Or, you know, like literally this one here, metaphorically, they're trying to swing their dick around, okay? It's going to hurt them. And it's exactly what they deserve, yes. Why is this happening? Look at your catalyst card. Storm, Spirit, and Chaos. That's why it's vital to feel out the energy and not just read one card at a time. It's a whole combination of lots of things for an appropriate and accurate tarot reading. I had no idea that this card was sitting there. None. I could definitely feel it though. I clocked it quite early on. Right? This is the catalyst. Chaos. Somebody, these people, feed on chaos. They feed on creating trouble. Okay? That is their fuel. Now they need to be careful with that, because what they put out as we all know, comes back round again. Every single time. 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. We need to find out about that 7 of Cups first, because I'm looking at that, and honestly, the energy feels blank, right? Which is really strange, because normally the 7 of Cups can be quite a scattered energy, right? It's someone who isn't really focused. It's someone who is confused. It can be too much of a good thing, right? Not knowing what direction to go in, right? The context of this, it feels blank. So that's why I need to clarify that one first. What's this blank energy behind the 7 of Cups? 9 of Cups. Right. Okay, I feel like we're getting somewhere. The Ace of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. That is, quote unquote, drawing a blank. Because here, and it sounds like a cliche, it is not a cliche. I said the masculine energy was spearheading all of this bullshit. You want to know why? Well, clearly they're not happy. That much is evidence. We've got a bit of a fantasy that's playing out here. That's why I was drawing a blank with that one. It's not based in reality. It's a fantasy. You want to know what the fantasy is? Ace of Wands, I'm sure you can guess. They don't call that the phallic card for nothing. And the 7 of Pentacles. They believe all they have to do is drag you in to their situation, create as much chaos as possible, get this feminine, this one here, jealous, and that's going to push them out. I told you, it's not even a clever plan. Clearly, there's some sort of sexual fantasy here that is unrealized because it's not based in reality. 7 of Cups. You have not had any physical dealings with that King of Swords, right? Don't even look at them that way. You're probably quite repulsed by them. They seem to think that if they just play this game, whatever it is, and be consistent and wait, then you'll start falling for them. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Because here, you got the 2 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. There's no way in hell you would ever lower your standards. There's no way in hell you would ever look at that person twice, right? Not because they're repulsive looking. It's because their attitude and their personality is what is repulsive. They hate what they cannot have, and what they cannot have is you. Therefore, they're trying to create as much chaos as possible. And that is a trick as old as time itself. And I've never seen it work either. That's the funny thing. In your blind spot is the hummingbird spirit and joy. Yep, you're far too busy cultivating joy and peace in your life. Far too busy. That for you is where it's at. Yeah, see, 6 of Swords. You're focused on how to make things better for yourself. There's also the element here of moving on, with that being the Six of Swords. And then you've got the Queen of Swords as well. Queen of Swords does not take any kind of bullshit off of anybody. Now, with that being in your blind spot, Scorpio, I suspect that you're about to surprise yourself, because I don't see you getting upset about this, okay? I genuinely don't. And with that being in your blind spot, it pretty much explains everything. That was your major arcana. There you go. Death and the Chariot in your blind spot. A strange thing, and I don't typically get it from that combination. You might even find this entire sorry situation quite amusing or mildly amusing. Okay. You tell us more about Death and the Chariot for Scorpio's blind spot. Ten of Wands off balance. Yeah. Yeah. You know where it's at. It's literally not worth you worrying over. Literally isn't. You're not going to be destabilized or slowed down, right? Again, a few months back or a few years ago, that might have really, really affected you. Like to the point where you couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, couldn't concentrate, couldn't stay focused. That might have really fucked your shit up a few years ago. But because it's happening now, again, with all that personal expansion that you've done, all that growth, and the fact that you've seen it coming a mile off, it's kind of like you're just chuckling at the patheticness of this attempt at creating further chaos in your life and just moving on like nothing's happened. And I absolutely love that, because when someone else can affect how you feel, you're handing them over your power, and you're point blank refusing to hand over your power. And that's why I love it. Okay. Right. So what is working for you this week? Spirit Guardian of Winter retreats. So what's working for you? No effort. You're not putting any effort into that, right? Again, you're not going out of your way to justify yourself or make excuses or whatever. You're simply not getting involved. Can you tell us more? Yeah, Three of Pentacles. Pooling resources with others. I think we've already said that about how you're not going to be dealing with this situation alone. Okay, the Two of Swords. Interestingly enough, Scorpio, this week, getting other people's opinions on this situation is going to be very, very helpful for you. Because I feel like someone else is going to offer you a different perspective that is going to really demystify why are they doing this? What's their problem, right? Four of Cups. Rejection. Not for you. Exactly. There's no need here for you to get directly involved with this chaos. How it's likely going to play out, you've got Willow Spirit and flexibility. Okay. That's you adapting to a new set of circumstances, you adapting and changing plans according to the new information that comes in. That's you not being set in a certain way of doing things. Okay, Nine of Wands. But one thing remains the same, Scorpio, and that's your strong boundaries with that Nine of Wands. You're also not going to be pushed, shoved, tripped up, tricked. Okay, nothing like that. I don't think you've got anything to worry about here, Scorpio. Ace of Wands, off balance, right? Where else did you see the Ace of Wands? in that person's fantasy. Never going to happen. Ever. Ace of Wands off balance. Well, that's their plans gone down the shitter. What else for Scorpio? King of Swords. You all know what that means? It means impotent. Not necessarily sexually impotent. It can be the person. The person isn't good enough. The person themselves is impotent. The problem with people like that, again, if you look at the cards, they think and they believe that they're a lot cleverer than what they actually are, and that's a problem. This is a huge knock to their ego. Flexibility and Nine of Wands. You're continuing to do what you're supposed to be doing. You're not losing your focus at all. You're making it abundantly clear that you will never ever be bullied. Or never be bullied again. Right? That's going to do something mentally to this person. I'm not going to try and psychoanalyze them, because whatever their problem is for them to deal with, right? And nor is it your problem, Scorpio. Look, strongest message of the week, the Ace of Cups. Exactly. You're focused on the love that is around you. Okay, you've got the Page of Wands underneath there, which is fun, joy, excitement, right? Likely, this person is trying to take something enjoyable away from you. They're not going to manage. Not even close. You have a healing message for Scorpio, please. If anything goes wrong at any point in time this week, Scorpio, you will be able to adjust according to whatever plan is needing slightly changed up this week. But ultimately, it is not going to stop you from having fun, okay? You've got challenges, and I love how that card came out in the reverse as well. Right. Again, if you wanted further proof, further evidence. Oh, and that's also number 13, Scorpio. That's your number. Because your major arcana is also number 13. Okay. And it was reversed. Let's have a look. Right, so this one says, gaining strength and overcoming obstacles will make you a winner. I suspect that that came out in the reverse, Scorpio, because it's saying, like, there is no competition here. You win this one hands down without even putting up a fight. Like, that, for this individual, is what's destroying their ego more than anything else. The fact that you didn't even try and you still overcome whatever this is that they're trying to chuck at you. Selecting this card reminds you that it's time to face your fears head on, right? You will have the confidence and ability to solve your problems. You could be feeling overwhelmed and hopeless as demanding situations put a strain on your health or cause you a lot of stress. Well, you've learned those lessons from before, Scorpio. That's why you're refusing to allow this person's challenges that they're trying to drag you into to cause you stress. Like, you're refusing it. The card came out in the reverse. This is a good time for making positive changes and having the strength and courage to move forward successfully. You will be dumbfounded by what you can achieve over the next 12 months. That's really specific. Really specific. You will be dumbfounded by what you can achieve over the next 12 months. So you're putting something in motion this week that is going to set you up in a good way for the next year. Okay? Surround yourself with upbeat people and avoid negativity at all costs. There is no room in your life anymore for people who do not support and maintain you. For career and finances, problems around business, career, or financial difficulties need to be addressed. Again, I feel like they already are being addressed, and keeping in mind, reversed with transformation and expansion. And I said to you at the start, if you have felt like you have been struggling with something, or if it's not been growing, if you have felt this stagnancy, that is clearing up this week, right? If business has been slow, well, hold on to your hats, because you're going to be busy as heck this week, okay? Soft confrontations could settle some long-standing disagreements, arguments, or other uncomfortable, stressful situations. You're about to realize how strong you really are. You are a survivor. No matter what challenges life throws your way, you can and will cope. You will gain more control over your life or future and see a turning point around your finances. Nice. Those worried about a career issue will find the confidence to ask for that pay rise or promotion, or even apply for that new job that you've always dreamed about. Problems that seemed unsolvable will soon be part of the past. For relationships, difficult situations around relationships need to be dealt with now or never. So do not hold back or block your feelings. The time to communicate and get things off your chest is now. By speaking up, problem relationships could become better or released if there is no longer any positivity in that relationship. This card can also see you helping young family members through their personal challenges, and time spent with your children or younger people will be challenging, so hang in there. You will be able to help them through their own private storms by giving sound advice and guiding them to solve their own problems. This difficult time will ultimately benefit your relationships in general. Okay, so all relationships in general are improving. And then it's got a feng shui tip here. Now, obviously, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but for some people, they do find it helpful, okay? For overcoming obstacles, a green dragon is an excellent feng shui item. It's a very potent symbol of yang. The green dragon is regarded as a supreme being and is very auspicious. So yang is the masculine principle, okay? As opposed to the feminine principle, which would be the yin. So the difference is yin is the state of being and yang is the state of doing, okay? Placed in the eastern sector of your home, the green dragon will work for the whole family, bringing luck and easing disharmony. For career success, place it in the north of your home. Right, I need to get one of them then. Do not place the green dragon in the bedroom, though, as its strong energy can disturb your sleep. Right, so I need to go get myself a little green dragon. Interesting. I'm going to bookmark that page. Right, so let's take a look at some cheeky words of wisdom from the shitty deck. You guys don't need me to dissect that message any further. It's done such a fantastic job of explaining itself. Okay, what else for Scorpio? Right, always keep shit moving by not giving a shit what other people think of you. That's appropriate. Do what you do for you, always. Yeah. And if you want to do hot bae shit, then you need to stop feeding yourself the basic boo shit, okay? But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. If it has been helpful for you, Scorpio, then I definitely would appreciate a cheeky wee like on the video, or even better, maybe consider subscribing to my channel as well. It's free. It's not going to cost you anything to join our wonderful community over here on YouTube. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very, very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.